Titans and Trailblazers is brought to you by the MNC Group.
Welcome to my monologue for today. And today I'm going to speak about marketing God. I'll tell you why. So in August, we are having the Africa Marketing Confederation TICON conference at the Labadi Beach Hotel. And we are going to speak about how marketing and IT is a game changer for everything in life. So what I'm going to do over the next couple of episodes is I'm going to speak about how marketing applies to everything in life. So today I'm speaking about marketing God. Let me tell you why I chose this topic for today. Because in the last year or so, I've gotten a lot of invitations to come and speak on full gospel businessman fellowship platforms. And when I go, they say, tell your story. And so I tell my story from when I lost my dad in secondary school to when I went to the university, what God has done for me, how I'm a professor now. But I always close by saying that now I've become a marketplace preacher. And what that means is that I've become an instrument for marketing God anywhere I am. Whether I'm sitting in a boardroom for a board meeting, or I'm giving a lecture somewhere in Algeria or in Joburg, every chance I get, I market God. And so on this edition of Titans and Trailblazers, I want to speak about something that is a little avant-garde, which is marketing God. And I've themed it 14 ways to become a marketplace preacher. So typically speaking, when you talk about a preacher, it's somebody who's ordained. You meet him in church on Sunday, on Tuesday, on Wednesday for a midweek service. Some have a nice collar they wear. Some wear sharp suits. Some wear African regalia. And usually we designate them as pastors or preachers. But I think that in the new dispensation in which we live, you and I who are business professionals, we're also being released in parliament, in boardrooms. Everywhere there's marketplace activity, I think like Daniel, Esther, and Joseph in the Bible, we are supposed to become marketplace missionaries. So we don't need a collar to carry Christ. We don't need a pulpit to preach about purpose. We need boldness, wisdom, and a life that screams God in every conceivable way for us to speak in the market. Now, when you look at Joseph in the Bible, Joseph was an economic deliverer. In the notes I made, Genesis 41:38 says, can we find anyone like this man in whom is the spirit? Joseph, was sold into slavery. He went to Egypt. He was interpreting dreams. He became a prime minister. But because of his unwavering focus on God and his ability to reflect God, Joseph preserved Egypt from famine and saved multiple nations because he stewarded divine intelligence. So I think that if you are listening to me, you carry God. You are supposed to use your gift to solve national problems, and your spiritual insight should be a leadership advantage. Now, marketing basically is about value ascertainment, value appropriation, value delivery. So it's really about finding out what constitutes value to a certain customer audience, finding the value by configuring it, delivering it to these customer audiences so that their need is met and in several instances overmet. So anytime there's a need, you meet or exceed it, then it means that you delivered value and then marketing has taken place. So please, I just want to give you 14 ways you can become a better marketer for God. And by the token of what I'm going to discuss, what I'm saying is that if you are a bishop, you are an imam, you head a Buddhist temple, please send your pastors to this conference, because when they get there, they will learn about things that make them better equipped to go back to win more souls into the kingdom. Now, if you are the MD of a bank, you can also send your people, and we'll teach them not just how to market your banking product, but also how to turn them into marketplace preachers. So number one, live a consistent godly life. This one is God marketing. So if you are not God aligned, you won't do well. Bible says in Matthew 5:16, let your light shine that they may glorify your Father who's in heaven. I've always said that the best testimony for God in the workplace is the excellence you show as a professional. Because more than what you say, people copy what you do. If you're a brilliant professional, it's a reason somebody will follow you to church, and then God will be magnified. Number 2, let excellence speak first. Daniel 6:3, the Bible says, this Daniel, an excellent spirit was found in him. In other translations, it says, this Daniel, he distinguished himself. So please, Daniel didn't evangelize first with words. He stood up with his results. If your results are remarkable, people will follow you. Excellence is a pulpit in the marketplace. Number 3, speak with grace and wisdom. This is something I'm learning myself, because sometimes I can be quite harsh when people cross the line. I'm trying to be more temperate, because in Colossians 4:6, the Bible says, let your conversation be full of grace, seasoned with salt, because your speech is your sermon. Esther approached the king with strategy, not with shouting, and she won at the end of the day. Build kingdom relationships. Solve problems that matter. Proverbs 18:16 says, a man's gift makes room for him and brings him before great men. Solve, serve, shine. Proverbs 27:17 says, iron sharpeneth iron, and a man's countenance sharpeneth that of his friend. Daniel, he had allies in the Bible, Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego. So your company determines your company. The Bible says that the companion of fools is easily destroyed. If you want to be wise, you walk with wise people. Number 6, pray over your workplace and your colleagues. 1 Thessalonians 5:17 says, pray without ceasing. Make your desk your altar if you want to market God. Number 8, use digital platforms at pulpits. If you go to social media, you find out I have conservatively 100 videos where I'm telling people about Christ. So Psalm 96 verse 3 says, declare his glory among the nations. In today's world, Instagram is a mission field, LinkedIn is a mission field, Facebook is a mission field, so is WhatsApp. Your tweet can be someone's turning point. I'll close on this 7th one, because in the Bible, 7 stands for completion. So hey, if you want to be a marketplace preacher, you can find me on every social media platform God ever made. Reach out to me, I'll share resources with you, and together we can evangelize the world for Christ. So by all means, go ahead, market God. The results are tremendous, and we'll be back with more of Titans and Trailblazers. Please stay tuned.
Whether you're a wholesaler, retailer, or consumer, MNC Logistics and Trading is your trusted partner in minerals and food commodities trading. Experience the difference with MNC Logistics and Trading for your commodities trading. We operate a well-equipped laboratory that smelts and assays gold to ensure transparent, credible, and reliable minerals transactions. Our general food commodity market deals with imports and exports of food products such as rice, sugar, and grains. We pride ourselves on delivering products that meet the highest standards of quality and taste. With our expertise in international trading and logistics, we bridge customers far and wide. Locate us at number 4 Neosai Interfo Avenue, East Legon, Accra. Call us on 030-299-8246 or visit our website www.mnclogisticsandtrading.com. MNC Logistics and Trading, hub of confidence.
MNC Group is a leading investment holding company with expertise in minerals and food commodity trading, precious minerals refinery, real estate development, and logistics and energy. With individually registered companies, our headquarters is located in Accra, Ghana, with operational offices in Dubai, UAE, Hong Kong, and Guangzhou in China, Johannesburg in South Africa, Virginia in the USA, and Milan, Italy. We connect business markets and drive growth. Trust us to maximize value in every deal. Call us on 0302-551-917 or 0302-551-918 or send us an email mncgroup@mncgroupgh.com. MNC Group, totally reliant.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Today we are doing a part 2 of a conversation I began with one of my big brothers in the advertising ministry, Mr. Francis Darcy. But unlike the first time he came, where I said he was going to receive an award, now I think he has collected the award. And I was there. He was wearing some white jacket, with a bow tie. Was dancing with my mother, Nokodria, and he was making some moves. So I want to ask him, first of all, how did he feel when he got the award? And how is he feeling today? Francis, you are welcome.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
So tell us about your award at the last Gong Gong at Labadi Beach.
It was quite humiliating. Humbling, sorry.
Okay.
Excuse my language. It was quite humbling. And I saw all these generations that have passed through my hands, organizing training for them, which was non-existent when they came into the industry, came in with different backgrounds, not with marketing or advertising, but we had to organize training for them. And today they are running agencies and they are the helm of affairs, also training and bringing out the next generation. So it's quite fulfilling that the task that I set out to do has matured into this. And the Gong Gong Awards, we started in 2001. The other time I said 20 days, 2001, 2002 has matured. This is the 17th edition. And I saw all those people there and I felt it was fulfilling.
It was fulfilling for you?
Fulfilling. I mean,
okay. I also noticed a few things which made me very happy because even though you're my father, I'm also a veteran in the industry.
Of course.
And
I came and met you at the agency.
Indeed. and I met one of my daughters, Wicha. Wicha was my student about 10 years ago. She did an MPhil in marketing.
Okay.
And she has moved from a fast-moving consumer good company to an agency.
Yeah.
Mullen. She joined Barbara and Co.
Yeah, the lady you were talking to.
Exactly.
Yes, yes.
And I found that very refreshing because
it is normally not the case.
It's normally not the case. And when we came the last time, remember we said
it's the other way around.
Correct.
Yes.
And then I also had the pleasure of getting an award to Israelai, who was typically a media guy, who was now collecting an award for Echo House.
Yes.
So it looks like a lot of things are happening, which is beautiful. Movements are going to and fro, and I think the industry is growing.
Of course.
Okay. All right. So let's come to our discussion for today. People say digital has taken over the world, but I think that when you talk about integrated marketing communications, there's still a place for radio, there's still a place for outdoor, there's still a place for TV. So I'm not fully convinced Facebook solves all problems. So my question to you is that in this fast-changing digital world, how should ad agencies rethink their advertising strategy? What are your thoughts?
My thoughts are one, we have to rethink core advertising and the IMC strategy.
Okay.
By incorporating digital-first approaches.
Okay.
Leveraging data analytics and focusing on storytelling that resonates with African audiences.
Okay. So our culture still matters.
Absolutely. It can't take it away.
Okay.
It's going nowhere.
Okay.
It is going nowhere.
Okay.
Now, the other thing is that the agency must begin to play a strategic role in nation branding and promoting African economic transformation.
Okay.
Because when that happens, then as they begin to align and promote our economic strategies and things like that, our economies grow and they also grow.
Correct.
You understand? Correct. Because if our economies don't grow, agencies will not grow.
They will not get business.
We depend on the economic viability of the country.
That's correct.
Specific. So branding and promoting the nation brand is very important. And then that also means that we shall align African businesses to deliver value beyond short-term campaigns.
Okay.
By building long-term partnerships.
Okay.
And understanding their specific needs are good.
Okay.
Let's compete on a scale globally while preserving our local identity and nuance.
Okay.
By also diversifying and investing in talent development and staying update with industry trends.
Okay.
Key.
Okay.
So those are the key things that we must begin to leverage.
Focus on. Okay.
We must focus on that.
Okay.
Look, data analytics has come to stay.
Correct.
AI has come to stay.
Correct.
But the thing is that AI is garbage in, garbage out.
Correct.
So what you tell it that you want, specific, is what it will give you the results.
Correct,
for.
correct.
Rather than cracking your brains and things like that. There are certain things that it can do easily for you. But traditional media and other are not going away.
Okay.
I mean, we did this program. It was carried live. A lot of people watched it.
Correct.
The kind of responses I'm getting.
Very much.
That both my awards and the program.
Correct.
I mean, your current program.
Absolutely.
A lot of people watched it.
Absolutely.
So it is
From across the world.
across the world. So
Yes.
it is not going. It is amalgam
Okay.
of these channels.
Correct.
And so you cannot keep to a one-way traffic.
Correct.
You will not build your agency.
Correct.
Yes.
But sometimes I think people get carried away with digital. Let me explain that a bit. You meet the MD of a bank
Yes.
who, wants to have sharper digital marketing campaigns. He wants to go and hire a digital marketing expert. He wants somebody to become a social media manager. He wants to recruit an AI manager, which are all good things. But at the core of the bank brand, there's confusion. There's no clear brand identity. There are no clear brand promises. Even there's no brand book. So it looks like the basics have been ignored. But everybody's going digital. Talk about the importance of what the Bible calls Asian foundation or Asian landmark. Right. Do they matter?
No, I think that the problem some of these financial institutions are having is that they want to reach a certain target audience.
Correct.
And they are failing to realize that those guys don't call the shots.
Correct.
They don't have the leverage of finances.
Correct.
Because if you even use those things, social media, to reach my children, I am the one they come to.
Correct.
For the monies to make the
final decision.
The final decision
Yes.
is with me.
Yes.
The final decision is with me. So you can read them everywhere, wherever they come and convince. But the final decision is with me. So you cannot leave me out of the equation.
That's true.
Because a lot of how many unemployment rate, they have data, they are just on social media doing it. They're not even on social media looking at your advert to see what product promise you are giving them.
Correct.
They're on social media to just think around and things like that.
Correct.
But they're not decision makers.
Correct.
The decision maker who has the resources
Correct.
is my generation. And so you do not leave us out.
Okay.
That's my
And you're not
position.
necessarily Gen Z.
I'm not
You are
necessarily-
more traditional.
I'm more traditional.
You read newspaper.
But I go once a while to
the social media
the
platform.
platform to see what is going on there.
Okay.
Yes, I'm on Facebook.
Okay.
My words is all over every day. But must be don't leave anybody out.
Okay.
Okay.
It must be integrated.
It must be integrated. And the one thing is that even your team at your organization's level,
Yes.
how many of them are following you on your AI and things like that?
That's true on the social media platform. That's true.
How many of them
That's
are
a big
following?
problem.
Check how many of them are following
That's
you.
a big problem. I find in my consulting that a lot of companies are complaining that even their own employees don't follow them on their platforms.
That's right.
And the thinking is that if you are not a brand advocate for your own institution, who should come and join you on your social media campaigns? So that's a real problem. So what should we do then about internal marketing? Because
That is the key.
okay,
We have left. I mean, you're doing good things out there, but your own internal marketing is suffering.
correct,
It's suffering because you are not doing the backward integration.
correct,
You need to carry them along.
correct.
So before you go out there, you should have worked with them internally, do strategy with them, convince them why they should be following your brand.
You see, but the problem is that sometimes internal marketing, we don't know whether it's human capital HR, we don't know whether it's corporate comms, we don't know whether it's marketing. So
It's a combination.
it's a combination. Okay.
You don't leave.
Okay.
It's a three-way combination.
Okay.
You can't leave any of them out.
Okay. But who must lead? Sometimes there's confusion about who must lead. What are your thoughts?
My thought of who must lead must be comms.
Come must lead
Yes,
and reconcile everyone.
Everybody, yeah.
Okay. Interesting
must
thoughts.
lead.
Okay.
And then reconcile everyone.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
So when you reconcile everyone, then they bought into it. It
Okay.
becomes part of their DNA.
Okay. Interesting thoughts. So comms must bring human capital together,
Yes.
branding,
Yes.
marketing.
Yes.
They must bring everyone together. Okay.
To understand where we are going.
Okay.
Buy their thoughts.
Okay.
Get their thinking.
Okay.
Because you have to be agile in these areas. You can't
Okay.
leave anything out.
Okay.
Because you see, if you don't get this done, and then you start going on social media, and then I meet any of your staff, And I said, I see this. What is the meaning of this? He cannot.
They can't explain. That's true. They can't explain. That's a very common tragedy. Yes.
He cannot explain.
Yes. So turning our employees to brand ambassadors is something we should focus on.
Yes.
And you think internal market will help in that regard?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And that should be the starting point.
Okay.
So you can stand on TV, radio, with all the adverts you are running, your own people. The internal, what are their thoughts?
I remember several years ago when I was in the agency, we rebranded SSB into SGSSB.
Yeah.
And I remember, I think Mabel was there at the time, the famous Mabel. I think she went to Zenith or something.
Yeah, I think she told me.
Yes. I think she started at Atlanta.
Accra Brew somewhere.
Okay. I remember part of the brief we got for the rebranding was to develop an internal marketing campaign for them.
Yes.
So it wasn't just the red, black, and rising.
That's right.
It was also ideas. So I remember we developed a 20-point agenda for internal marketing for them at the time. So it looks like for internal marketing, you can use agencies too. What are your thoughts?
No, yes, you can use agencies, and agencies, that is if your capacity of your comms is not so strong.
Okay.
So you can use agencies, but agency must be part of everything.
Okay.
They must be part of everything.
Okay.
So in the strategy and things like that, they can, because sometimes, yes, they can sit on the back of comms, internal comms to speak to, and then bring their insights, where they've got their insights to bear. Because sometimes when cops are doing things internally, the people see them as they are all together, they are trying to justify their, you know what I'm saying. But when you bring agency in, that agency works with you, and then when they come to do the presentation and ask them, then the agency is bringing other examples of other organizations and their success stories to bear. You understand?
That's right.
So those are some of the key things. You cannot run away from it.
Okay.
It is very important.
Okay.
So, and that is where we are lacking, and that is where a lot of organizations and companies are trailing, because they are leaving the internal comms or internal communication teams out of the scheme of things.
Okay.
But they are the ambassadors of your brand.
Okay. Now let's talk a bit about public sector, because over there sometimes they don't seem to appreciate the value of using external agencies, external marketing consultants. It's no wonder really that in Africa the public sector branding it leaves a lot to be desired. Public sector marketing leaves a lot to be desired. My question is, what will your advice be to public sector agents, state-owned enterprises, in developing a discipline to also work with agencies? Is there space, or they don't need agencies?
No. I think that it's an interesting question you're asking me, because when the last training program I did in 2023, before I left, was AI.
Okay.
And the effect of AI on branding.
Okay, interesting.
So I had state agency, I had Senate there.
Oh, okay.
I have Food and Drug Authority there.
Okay.
I have Ministry of Energy there.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
So I got them all to come.
Okay.
And they have a realization.
Okay.
But I think what they are scared is the budgets.
They always, okay, I've heard that a lot. You are expensive, you're expensive.
Yeah.
But for a public sector agency to grow, it must have a strong brand.
Absolutely.
So how do you navigate the budget?
The budget issue is that I think that if we move into appointing chief executives to the Public Service Commission.
You mentioned the last time.
I mentioned, I'm repeating.
Yes.
And when we appoint them to the Public Service Commission, they give them KPIs.
Correct.
And one aspect of the KPI should be
your brand.
Yes.
If
that is it. But now that we have a president appointing faithfuls rather than competence, well, that's what I see. That's what I see. I could be wrong, but what I see, I'm just monitoring. Some people have been in there since my monitoring, and what is the strategy? Even when they're appointing the people, bring out their profiles and let us see. You just see that the people have been appointed into those positions. So who is giving them the KPIs? And in the other way around, the people are appointed before boards are appointed. Is that also? So who is reporting to who? Who is superintending over who? You understand? My position is that you appoint boards and they then fish out and appoint. You can nominate, but there must be some level of interview at the board level to ensure that whoever is coming in is not going to be business as usual, but is coming in with a clear strategy, understanding of the brand, which he's come to superintend. He understands that he's the custodian of the brand. And when he's speaking out there, you should be careful. His personal branding is also a key factor.
It is. CEO brand is also a big area altogether.
A big area. You should recognize that.
Yes.
So when you are out there, whatever you say would affect the ultimately, because you are a CEO.
Indeed.
Your brand.
Yes, and your brand affects the agency.
So that this trend where they come into position, and instead of looking at strategies to pull up the organization, they are looking at what somebody did wrong and things like spending time. That is not, you have come into the position. You are in the seat now. What is the strategy of bringing your company organization from point A to Z? What has gone has gone. So spend your energy in recruiting, bringing people on board who are going to push the brand.
You know something? This thing you've been going on about, because I do quite a bit of work in South Africa, I watch SABC a lot. Yes. And 2 days ago, I saw a guy being interviewed for Deputy Chief Justice, and it was one of 3 people being interviewed. So I mean, that is competitive. I mean, and the Chief Justice was sitting there asking them questions. How do you feel working with a woman? You know, and I was like, wow. So for a senior position like a Deputy Chief Justice, 3 people are being, and there's open interview like the whole country is seeing. So eventually when you choose, people can gauge the quality you've chosen. Is that the kind of openness you are talking about?
That is what I'm talking about, because
that'll be the day. It will be very different.
No, that is what I'm talking about.
Wow.
Because you see, somebody asked me, I was on an interview on Joy FM yesterday morning, and they're asking me, how did you spend 25 years? I said, man, I didn't go looking for money and pecs. I went to make a difference. That is why I've stayed in 25 years. I was telling somebody, look, I've seen all the battles that are, but I've been there because I am focused. I came with a plan. I came with an agenda. But if you're putting somebody there because of his loyalty, who is he accountable to?
No, but if you are trying to make a difference, sometimes you have problems. I was chatting with a guy called Chris who said, I'm fighting with France. I said, what did France do? I brought some ideas on advertising school. He didn't agree. So I said, okay, now that you are here, you need to tell us, leaders who want to make a difference don't agree with everybody, would they?
You see,
I just need to understand.
That's right.
Okay.
Chris
brought
advertising school idea.
Correct.
And because you have brought it up,
yes,
we went for funding.
Okay.
Skills Development Fund.
Oh, okay.
And Skills Development Fund gives the funding through you because you are part of their partnership.
Indeed.
But I know my needs and the needs of my industry.
Of the industry, of course.
And which kind of resource person I can use.
Of course.
And so I say that no, I need to determine, because the resource you bring
must be alignment
and relevant to my industry needs.
Without a
so that I can get my people to attend, even though they were not paying for.
Okay, yeah,
so
exactly.
They can still attend.
Absolutely. But the value must be clear.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I have been to AAA, so that is my standard. You understand?
Of course.
So that's my standard. So I'm clear in my mind what it is not a Ghanaian one.
Okay.
So that is, I have a clear vision of what I wanted. In fact, to the extent that I want to sign an agreement with AAA.
Okay.
For them to do organized training for us from here.
Correct.
The challenge was the cost build-up.
Indeed.
Because the costing was a little bit on the high side.
Okay.
In fact, I even nominated Equia Osunate to serve on the board to represent us. You understand? So, but because of the funding, economic issues, dollar issues and all that, because we're going to pay them, and transfer, those are the challenges. But apart from that, so what I'm saying is that we must also look for the best. Okay? We must also raise the bar.
Indeed. I like that. We must raise the bar.
We must raise the bar.
We must push for global standards.
That is it.
Yes, not just local.
No, at all.
Because you are competing globally.
Absolutely.
That's right. I agree with you.
Understand?
I agree with
Absolutely.
you. I agree with you.
We are talking about out-of-home issues.
Correct.
And Lagos, Nigeria took a certain step.
Yes.
Where they set up the Lagos State Advertising Authority.
Indeed, yes.
Which is responsible for approval for all the out-of-homes.
I hear they sanitize everything. You can't misbehave.
My brother.
I hear you can't misbehave over there.
My brother. So on that score, they are miles ahead of us.
Okay.
Sanity, discipline,
yes,
and the exposure that you need, you're getting it.
That's right.
Look at Tetekwashi today, if you drive there.
Yes.
I left just 2-3 years ago, and the place has become like a mayhem.
You know, sometimes you can't even see because some boards can block your view. You have to sort of lean out and check what's going on. Is that what you're talking about, that confusion?
That is what I'm talking about. So what I'm saying is that I want to put on record that all the boards, when you see a board, then you also want to put your board by it, you are creating a clutter, and your client is losing visibility and exposure.
Indeed.
If you do the research, all the boards, there none of the targets, nobody sees them.
Nobody sees them. So the return on investment is low.
Low. You are just throwing your money away to those young boys who have come to deceive you to put the board.
Oh, please, on the issue of young boys, we'll come back with more of Titans and Trailblazers. Please, stay tuned.
Finding the ideal property shouldn't be a daunting task. With MNC Properties, property sales, rentals, and management is a walk in the park. We believe everyone deserves a place to call home. That's why we specialize in providing affordable housing options under our flagship project, Fresh Property Joy, specifically designed for low and medium income earners. Our range of customizable homes includes 2 to 3 bedroom standard and executive options, all meticulously crafted using innovative interlocking brick technology. We offer flexible payment options tailored to your individual needs, plus litigation-free lands in vibrant and upscale communities that presents the perfect opportunity to build your dream home. We are committed to making affordable housing a reality. Whether you're looking to buy, rent, or invest, we've got you covered. Our service team is ready to assist you on 0302 551 917. MNC Properties, choice of class.
Welcome back to Titans and Trailblazers. Since you talked about young boys, let me also ask him some question about young boys. So you remember back in the day we did some campaigns with Ashford, with Tic Tac and Obrafor.
That's right.
And music hasn't gone away. It looks like music is very relevant to African advertising.
Absolutely.
What do you think what role do you think music plays in our advertising space in Africa?
You know, music plays a critical role.
Okay.
Because we are intrinsically music people.
That's true. We love music.
We love music. We draw the drum beats. Wherever we have it, we hear the drum beat, we'll go for it.
That's right.
But it's not every music.
Okay.
There must be music that must be relevant to your brand.
Correct.
So in your choice of music, don't say this one is popular, so I want you to know.
No.
There are some people who are popular in the eyes of the masses.
Yeah, but their values don't align with your brand.
At all.
Okay.
So you don't just go for anything.
Okay.
So make sure you have done your research and you are sure that the values aligns with your brand. And
On the issue of values, this brand ambassador has also become very popular in the last 4 or 5 years. I guess the advice would be the same, that choose ambassadors who properly represent your brand, but who don't go and embarrass you.
Embarrass you and then you start taking them off and things like me, or they've taken the money. Do you understand? Yeah, they've taken the money. They've taken the money.
Exactly.
And in your signing up, you should also school them to understand the do's and the don'ts since they are taking up your brand.
Absolutely.
But you don't school them on your brand positioning.
Absolutely.
And let them know that what they can and what they cannot do. And let them sign to it before you give them the money.
Okay. All right. So you spoke about nation branding, and I saw a notice recently about Titans of Marketing Ghana say they want to set up a national brand council. I heard the Honorable Haruna Idrisu telling the same CIMG, go and handle our nation branding. I know Matthias Akotia before he died.
May his soul rest in peace.
May his soul rest in perfect
My
peace.
lecturer.
Good guy.
My
I mean,
lecturer
Matthias
from
was an
ITS.
excellent guy.
Yeah, my
you know,
lecturer,
I taught him service marketing when he was at the University of Ghana Business School.
Okay.
And I know his wife very well too, because she's a professor at the University of Ghana.
Yeah.
So, as a country, we've made several attempts to do this nation brand thing. I like the CIMG novelty because it's independent of government and will call the shots.
That's right.
But I still remember 23 years ago on A Good Evening Ghana with Komla Dumo. and Brenda Semevo at the time, where Thabo Mbeki just set up the Brand Africa Council.
Yeah.
And that thing is still there till today. Brand South Africa is very strong.
They're very, very strong.
Very strong.
Yeah, I mean, they are the pace setters.
They are the pace setters. And they bring together the tourism people, the investment people, the Springboks, the South African national team, South African Airways. They are very strong. So, government versus private.
Yes, so I think that
how should we
the
play
learning curve from that.
Okay.
We are not reinventing the wheel.
Okay.
So the strategy is to adapt that strategy.
Okay.
That is why we move it away, because you see, Haruna, I think he started it.
Yes.
When he was Minister of Trade.
Yes.
He started it.
Exactly. Yes.
So he started it, and then
Gabra, yes. Yes.
The vision is that let us take it away from government circles.
Okay.
Let us situate in the professional body like the Chartered Institute of Marketing.
Okay.
Who will bring on all the other stakeholders, and then AAG, IPR, everybody, and the other institutions, tourism board.
But you are sure it will be run well?
No, of course.
It has to be run well because
CMG is a professional body.
Correct.
And is run and grown its positioning in this country.
Correct.
Over the period. So have a lot of respectability.
Correct.
And so the expectation is that the kind of systems that have been command to has been there for more than 20 years.
Correct.
So the kind of system that have been built now, they are able to self-regulate, write exams professionally, locally.
Indeed.
So they have come of it.
Correct.
And so the system that has been put in place to achieve that can also be used, you understand, to ensure that we get it right. Because apart from that, there is no other way it can happen.
Okay.
Take it out of governmental. Because everything governmental is not, I won't say it's not working, but it is because of the mindset.
But Brand South Africa work. Brand Kenya works.
Because they are not situated with it directly with the government, but they have these committees and these people.
No, but they are like an authority.
Yes, by law.
Yes.
So we don't have any law to back any of this.
Okay.
So CIB
is
we are circumventing that process.
Yeah.
So CIB has a law.
Yes, indeed.
So when they sit with it,
so you work. Okay.
You work with it. We need
so they'll bring the Ministry of Trade, Ministry of Finance,
IPR,
bring everybody together.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
That is what it is.
So that can work.
It will work.
Okay. They will provide the blueprint for how nation branding should be done.
Yes, and we will be there. We will also be there to champion and push it.
Okay.
The projects that we want to be doing. Those are the things we want to be running.
Okay. I know they have the regional brand index as well.
Yes.
So I think it fits into all that.
All those that. So already we've started some work. So they have the positioning and know which kind of regions, what are the strongholds, and what are the strong points in terms of their tourism, in terms of their business development. It's also they will be able to position them very well because they have those reports already.
Okay. All right. So this is the difficult one because I remember your strong statement the last time. The issue about client-side marketing teams and then agencies and the harmony and the friction sometimes that exists between these teams. Last time you were clear that we should stop patronizing the fly-by-night one-man shops that don't bring real value to the clients. But even for regular agencies, whether they are local or international, how should they also better serve the customer? Because, Francis, let me be honest with you. Me too, I've been around for a long time. Sometimes I hear the clients also say that, Charlie Bob, these people, I don't see the value. You give them the brief, the idea still comes from me. Why should I put them on retainer? So how do we balance it so that the clients also see better value from the agencies? Can you give us a few tips?
I think that agencies must up their game.
Okay.
I don't deny that fact.
Okay.
They must up their game and also get the right talent.
Correct. The right talent is important.
You see, the right talent and also provide them with the right training.
Training, okay.
It's a key thing.
Okay.
To understand that.
Okay.
Because you work for the client, these are some of your do's and don'ts.
Correct.
Ethically.
Correct.
You understand?
You've gone back to that word again.
No, it is.
The integrity and the ethics.
You can run away from it.
Okay.
And that is what is it. So agencies must come to the realization that you are not doing the client a favor.
Okay.
You are an integral part of the client's brand building.
Okay.
That you rise together and you fall together.
Correct.
You understand?
Correct.
So that you must position yourself for the client to respect and value you.
Correct.
How do you do that? You must also try to enhance your capacity and your capabilities, learn what is happening out there, do your own research. So when you are coming to the table, you have also bringing a strategy, you understand, based on research that you have conducted by yourself.
Hold on right there, because, sir, unfortunately, I work for several different clients in this country. And there's this new Gen Z attitude of, oh, you know me, I'm not a morning person. I can only come to work at 11 a.m. You know, it's like there are AI tools, you know, this times you got to work smart, you don't have to work hard, all this English. And I'm saying that, listen, discipline that is needed whether there's AI or no AI. So this thing you said about bring your own strategy. When I was in the agency business, when I'm going for a Canon meeting on Oman Foforo, I'd have gone to Canon Philippines, Canon Malaysia, Canon UK, Canon France. So when I come into the meeting, I can tell you 17 Canon campaigns across the world. So when I'm discussing strategy based on market insight and global trends, you'll believe me. But I think a bit of that is going because of AI, ZI, RI. Listen, that discipline.
So yes, you see, AI,
Gen Z is okay, but
it's okay. You see, the AI comes in, but you should have your own inputs.
yes.
Then you input it AI. I want you to give me a profile about Bob Himsing and where he's going to the next 5 years.
Correct, because I have a personal brand campaign I was run for him. That's fine.
You understand?
That's fine.
Or Company Z, what are the competitors doing
Yes.
in other jurisdictions?
Yes.
Which is working? What strategies are working there? How do I bring it to a local setting?
But let me tell you something with AI. Yes. I can go to her and say, give me a strategy for Royco Shito.
Yes.
Make sure that it's so strong that Maggie Cube cannot beat us again in the market. Half of what it's worth is a lie, but you don't know. So they'll be throwing out fictitious market data. Go and take the tea to embarrass you.
So you should have. AI is only coming to validate what you know.
Yes.
And what you have done on the market.
Precisely.
So
if you have done your background work.
So you go to Makola market, go to the ground and engage your market.
Precisely.
Go to Kaneshi market, go and engage them
Correct.
and get your insight from them.
Correct.
Before you come and input to AI to tell me whether to confirm what you're only validating.
Okay.
That is what AI can do for it. Cannot meet it because, like you are saying, it will throw you off.
It will lie.
It will mislead you.
Not that it lies.
It will lie. You understand?
Yes.
No, that is a fact.
Okay.
So what we are saying is that do your own market research, local insight, and bring it on board for AI to enhance and give you other dimensions. AI can also give you dimensions you have not looked at.
That's true.
That's what it is.
That's very true. That's very true.
That is what it is. But it cannot replace the human mind.
Okay. So when it comes to ROI has been an issue for the last 30 years. Not just in advertising, but for marketing as well.
Yes.
Where's the ROI? What will I get? If I put 20,000 Facebook, what will I get? If I give you 50,000 for outdoor, what do I get? Please, this ROI question, it was there when I was playing the game 26 years ago. It's there today. How can we deal with the accountability question in marketing and advertising?
I think one of the key things is that we should understand that unless we begin to see advertising and marketing as an investment, and the agencies also see it as an investment. And so when you are investing, you are tracking how the returns are. And
but you must have a baseline first. Sometimes clients don't want to pay for the baseline.
Yeah, so that is where we're saying that, look, clients must begin to understand that there must be the baseline.
Correct.
And that baseline is what we can then build on.
We can track over time.
And then we can track over time that, look, I gave you, where are we? And the reporting must be regular and rigor.
Absolutely.
See, regular and rigor.
Absolutely.
We don't go to sleep.
Absolutely.
And then we can then look at the trends. We look at the monitoring and say, where are we? This is what we set up to do. We're giving you a baseline. This is where are we? Regularly and weekly. Because you see, there are certain issues that will come out which is out of the control of both client and the agency. You understand? So the expectations might not be met. So we must quickly realign, re-emerge, and then see how we can move on that. As for that, it can continue, it will be with us, because once the client doesn't see it, sees it as there's two things. Some clients see that they are just media money, others see it as an investment, and so must be reported in their books.
Correct.
So if they must be reported in their books, shareholder is demanding a certain evidence of what came out of so much that you spent.
Absolutely.
You understand? And so it becomes a key thing. It cannot leave us. But we must do it in such a way that at least the tracking, that is what it is. We are tracking properly, and then at the end of the day, we will see that yes, ROI will not live with us. It will continue to be with us.
Okay.
But the thing is that you must do it well and make sure that the investment that you have been giving, it must bring them some level of the return.
Okay, but
That's
you
why.
see, I have a question from the agency side, and me, I've always said I'm an agency boy. I'll be till I go home. But sometimes we also have a problem. The advertising may be okay, sir. Digital marketing might be your point. The issue is sometimes the customer experience. That reception who's asleep. That production guy who's asleep. So sometimes the marketing communications is perfect. But if I send you a request on a digital platform and respond after 17 hours, I know you're not a serious institution. And those are factors sometimes an agency cannot control.
Absolutely.
So they are doing their work well. But there are other concomitant issues.
So that is what we are talking.
What do we do?
That's what we're talking about, the internal marketing.
Yes, it must be 360 degree.
That is it.
Okay.
So because, like I said, I went to I sent my vehicle to a company and they gave me 8 weeks to order a part. I virtually have to be doing the calling to Fulham.
That's Ghana for you. You have to keep checking.
5 minutes.
They don't give you feedback.
So we are saying that you are doing your work. Meanwhile, this company you're advertising, you have seen them all over the place.
Oh yes.
I'm not. They
With billboards.
Oh,
yes.
they're advertising here
Everywhere.
on social media, everywhere.
Come to us.
Come to us. Come and buy our cars and things like that. But what is the after-sales service?
Delivery like.
Yeah, that like.
I have a client like that too. Anytime I go for meetings, the sales guys are blaming the after sales guys. They don't know what the customers tell us. They don't know what you have. And I'm like, but bring them into the client meeting. Let them sit inside the client. So let them hear what they, because this company is advertising cars, advertising. But the guys in the shop are causing a problem.
I'm telling you. And the guys, like, it's a problem. So this has been, you have bought the car and now I have an issue. You have to solve it. Bring it for servicing, to resolve and things, and that is what it is. So what is the internal marketing? What is the understanding of their brand and what? And you see, and people don't realize that your advertising will destroy a bad product.
Of course, no. If you are bad, don't talk.
Because no. What I'm saying that the customer experience now is the intake.
I know.
Because people are going to come back to you or buy your product based on references.
Absolutely.
You can throw address, whatever it is.
Absolutely.
References
Absolutely.
is the key thing.
Word of mouth is key.
Word of mouth is the key.
It is.
So what reference have you given? So somebody, experiential market. So people are now looking at, so when you go to customer service experience, they are directed now in some banks.
Of course.
A whole directory.
Oh, it's big.
It's big.
It's big. Some heads of CX sit in the country management team, even for multinationals in Ghana.
Yes.
It's so powerful.
It's not very
and
big.
So they sit with the market people at the same table. Yes. That way you can have a 360-degree view of the customer.
Yes.
And everybody must be pivoted to the customer in the C-suite.
That's right.
So I think that this thing is so important because the agency says sometimes their work is okay, but the customer experience is spoiling the return.
Yes.
So I think we need to talk about it. Then issues around gender sensitivity, inclusive storytelling, green marketing, green business. How important are these issues for agencies and clients in Ghana today?
Oh, they are very, very important because it's our survival. Because, I mean, as for inclusiveness...
But we have Galamsey. Galamsey is a problem.
That is our survival. So that is why they are very important. So that is why leadership, political leadership, that is why we had a lot of our private sector people involved in One Ghana and Operation.
Yes.
Private sectors who tell me which government is none of them. They're all private sector led.
That's true.
Because the people in that fray understand the implications for our survival as a nation and even for our businesses.
Absolutely.
Look, pure water manufacturing companies very soon cannot produce that.
That's true. That's true.
And there's a whole value chain going to go down.
Yes.
Because the water is
The water sources are challenged. They're very challenged. Yes,
so
please.
they must be part of the thing.
Yes, please.
But the political will, you understand, that unless, and what is challenging, you have brought it, okay, let me look on thoughts that we have not been able to arrest one person behind those things. It is the young boys who are out there that are being arrested. Why? Because the moment you make up the plan to go out there, they don't even go, they even don't go to the place. They are sitting somewhere, remotely controlling all these things. And until we begin to set an example, all this will continue to go on. And it does not serve our well-being. Agency survival on this game is very important. So we must join in the
fight.
In the fight.
Yes. Maybe we should come up with a campaign. I don't know whether.
Maybe, yes. I mean, I was elated when I saw Gassam.
Yes.
They landed green cool.
Yes.
A cement product.
Yes.
A brand that is environment. And that was a late thing.
Yes.
That is where we should be going.
Yes.
So that is where companies and agencies should be driving towards.
Yes.
Researching on those areas.
Absolutely.
How we can use such a way that we become environmental friendly in our. Well, that is why in some places, some people have started even using paper.
Yes.
They are going paperless and things like that.
That's true.
You understand?
Yes.
Because the paper is coming from wood and other. So
yes.
People are going paperless. And so those are the things that agencies must adapt.
But in the brand communication literature, there's also a troublesome phenomenon called greenwashing, where you come and misrepresent the sustainability activities you are engaged in to over-promote yourself. So you've done a certain intervention, you got a certain result, but you come and overhype it and exaggerate it. So greenwashing is sort of trying to appear green when you're actually not green. Yeah. So it's also something that is being debated globally, that people should avoid greenwashing.
You see, yes, the human being as we are, our personal integrities comes to play in all these things. Who is leading that charge? Your personal integrity. So if the fellow has no integrity, wherever it is, it will come out. These will always come out.
Okay.
These will always come out.
Okay.
They always come out.
Okay.
So the thing is that we should have a certain positioning, okay, as agency and as client, that when you realize that is what the client is doing, you should be able to draw attention to that, please. You understand? Sometimes it's on the blind side. Sometimes the client is there, but some of these things are happening on the blind side of the client.
Blind side, okay.
And so therefore, there must be a certain level of ethical consideration and understanding from both angles to ensure that, look, we can't go that way. Because when it comes out, the impact and the implication for our brand will be more dire.
To be devastating, yes.
You know?
If you want to build a strong agency in Africa today, what kind of leadership style would you recommend?
I would recommend an open-ended leadership style.
Okay.
Where you are very strong in your vision and your direction.
Correct.
But at the same time, propelling along the next generation of staff and employees
who are coming after you.
Okay. And then also giving them an opportunity to be able to contribute. You have brought a strategy, you have brought everything, but you are not everything.
Let's move from the leaders to ad agencies in general.
That's right.
For the ad agency of the future, sir, what 3 critical skills would you need if you want to be a solid ad agency executive? Because the world is not the same. I would think that.
Okay, so what we're talking about
critical skills.
Yes, we have to look at styles that nurture creative teams.
Okay, creative teams.
And high performing, such a transformation servant leadership. That's what I was trying to refer to.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
But you must encourage people to experiment.
Okay.
You must encourage them to take the risk.
Okay.
And then they must also learn from their failures and also reward innovation.
Okay. So you must reward innovation.
Yes.
That's very important because sometimes people feel stifled. It's like my way or no way. So we shouldn't lead that way.
I think that those leadership styles
they are outdated.
And have lived their usefulness.
Okay, they outlived their usefulness.
So we are looking at agile leadership.
Indeed.
And so, which will allow for anybody down the stratum to be able to bring you ideas and to be able to even speak to you, truth to you. You must be open to that.
Even on difficult issues.
You must be open to that.
Okay. So on the issue of agility and handling difficult issues, we've come to the end of this episode of Titans and Trailblazers. So, my ad agency people, we got some wise words from Uncle Francis. Stay with it, learn from it, share it, cascade it, masticate it, use it to build the next cadre of ad agency professionals for this beautiful continent called Africa. See you again on Titans and Trailblazers. Bye.
Next on Titans and Trailblazers.
What key values and principles have guided the BBNS till today?
Discipline.
Discipline, okay.
Integrity.
Okay.
And then grit.
Indeed. Just staying with it.
Staying with it.
Okay.
Stay with it.
Okay.
Those were the challenges, or those were the things that kept us going.
Indeed.
Because see, from day one, like I said, I was mindful of the regulatory framework.
Very much.
Within which we are operating.
Indeed. You must keep standards.
Keep standards. So from day one, started keeping, systems were working.
Of course.
Corporate governance structures were put in place.
Of course.
We had audited accounts.
Of course.
Everything was just going the way it ought to be.
Indeed.
No shortchanging the system.
Indeed.
And we were true to our staff.
Indeed.
We recruited very well and ensured that only the quality materials are employed.
Indeed.
And I have told them time without number that paper is good, but I believe in attitude.
I agree.
Attitude is everything.
I agree.
So people may come with paper, everything. I said, fine, that's good, but let me test you beyond the papers.
I agree.
And see whether
there can be a big gap.
Absolutely.
Between the attitudinal disposition.
Absolutely.
And the CV with the black and white.
And with
letters.
with time.
Titans and Trailblazers is brought to you by the MNC Group.